Blake production.
Yo, what's poppin'? We're gonna do a little breakdown for some stocks that I'm watching. So we got Pltr here. By the way, if you want me to start covering like a different variety of stocks, just like comment them down below, DM me, whatever. I'll like add them into the videos weekly. So here we go. We got Pltr. So what I'm seeing here is we're holding this lower trend line. And as long as we could hold this lower trend line and continue this upward trend, right? Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So actually, it looks like we got ourselves a channel here. We could maybe mark it up like this. Let's see what we got. We could potentially have something like this going on. To be honest, don't really expect that. There could be like a major move in this stock coming soon. There could be a run into earnings is another thing I'm thinking. But for the most part, I'm watching this lower trend line. I want to see if it's going to hold and continue as time goes by leading into 2022. Again, this zone here, we want to see this go into a demand zone. Once this is a demand zone, things will change in this stock, right? That means that this would be the floor, right? If that's the floor, we could start looking at 45 as the next target. So Glxy, if you didn't watch the bottoming play, I'd recommend. This was like a golden signal in my opinion, down right on this support line. It's a good signal to buy on this one because since that day we've been up 23%, which is nice, man. We got a clear breakout right on volume over this little zone. I want us to do something like this. Maybe we might run from here, and I wouldn't be surprised because if you look at Glxy in the past, things can get real juicy real quick, but I'm expecting something like that. A little back test of that zone. That'd be nice to see. Defi. So we're creating this bull flag up here. We have a big breakout bull flag. Just hold on tight, boys. Hold on tight, boys. This could be a banger in the making. So I'm just watching this bull flag. How's it going to play out? How are we going to play out in this zone before we get that push upwards? If things get really spicy, I might change up my targets and hold on for a little bit longer because who knows, man, when things get weird in the crypto space, yo. Who knows? Tsla. I wanted to bring this up because this is probably the longest stock I've held. And I've just been holding it through all this. And it's still printing clear patterns that I just love to point out. Look at this beautiful 8 EMA hold. And as we get to previous all-time highs, it just absolutely explodes. Tsla, man. Like, I think if you don't get it by now, like, it's not one of the stocks you want to short. Like, it's one of those, look at the Apples, look at the Amazons, right? You could probably see something like this going on with Tsla in the next few months. Maybe 12, 13, 1400 is what we should start looking at, right? Like, what is this stock really worth? It's split at 2500 per share. Just keep that in mind, right? Like, things can get higher for Tsla. All right, Mmed. I kind of like how we're bottoming on this range. We got up over the ADMA. If we're holding it, I don't know. We're still in this channel, honestly. We might get absolutely knocked down here on Mmed. It's really quiet in this space. Haven't heard anything really at all. So this is more of a kind of a speculative play for me. So I'm kind of just trying to gather shares at these low levels here, because if there is going to be a turn up in the psychedelic space, I definitely want to be a part of it if shares are going to do something crazy, right? I'm paying attention to this stock because you never know. I'm thinking if it does break very bearish below this 270 range, 271, then I'll probably completely dip out. Like if I get like a candle like this, like something like we're exiting, I don't want to be a part of that, so I'd probably exit. But we'll see how it plays out. Air Canada. All right, so Air Canada here, I got this marked out, $23. Remember, $23 is the government buyout level, I'm pretty sure. If it could hold this range, you are going to be very happy for holding and gathering shares at 23, because that's where the government of Canada pretty much stepped in and said that they're purchasing shares to bail out Air Canada. So I don't think the government wants their position to go underwater. That's what I'm kind of trying to say. But who really knows, right? It's stocks. Things could happen. But keep in mind, $23. Bmbl. So I kind of like this. The way this is setting up is giving me very interesting vibes here. Right now, like first and foremost, if we can break this like $60 range, holy smokes. We need to make this demand, right? Right now it's a supply zone. We break up over, use it as demand, and then we go. That would make a lot of sense. I like the shapes, and like that would be a great play here. We got a nice lower trend line that looks like it's being held. I'd pay attention to that. We might have like a nice ascending triangle going on. Whew, I'm telling you, Bmbl, don't sleep on it, man. Just because it's a dating app doesn't mean this stock can't blast off. Pay attention, right? What are some plays you could make out of this? Well, you could wait till it breaks this resistance point. I'd like probably play off that, or you could wait till it hits this trend line and buy off this trend line because it looks like it's pretty solid. 1, 2, 3 solid holds on the trend line. Maybe options on the break too, or options over here. There's some opportunity. That's the breakdown. Peace.